What's going on, YouTube community? This is Pope G, and I'm jumping on here live to show you some books that I purchased off eBay and some books that I ordered from Sanctum Comics or the Sanctum Sanctuary Comics. Um, but I wanted to share these books. One, because one thing I usually do is obviously I watch a lot of your guys' YouTube videos, and a lot of times I'll see uh, stuff that you guys show, stuff that'll pique my interest, or a genre that piques my interest, or an artist or a writer, and sometimes I just go searching for small particular things. Sometimes I just do search for uh, like just certain topics, like for instance, just vampires, and just see how many comic books there are for vampires. And a lot of times, these will lead into you finding cool books or whatever. I mean, if you're into like fantasy, you could type in like wizards or whatever, and like comic books, and or just wizard and like real cool wizard comic covers, and sometimes those are just cool searches because like you'll find a lot of things. Like for instance, if you guys don't know already, I like sharks, love sharks. But what I will do is I will just search like shark covers, and a lot of times I would come up with really cool things that I like and stuff I've never seen before. In fact, I'm keeping a stack of books with just shark covers on them. So when I do my next CGC run, surprise, surprise, like the next CGC, uh, I guess showing I'll do will be shark covers. And yeah, I have the notorious three-titted shark book sitting in that stack because that thing must be graded. But I know I'm rambling and jambling and stuff, but the reason why I say that is because while I was just like doing these random searches of things, I ran across this cool. Definitely love the artwork, and I've always seen the covers of these. I haven't read them yet, but I definitely want to read it. But just the artwork itself on the covers really makes me want to read this series. But definitely just the covers alone, I'm happy I found them. And like I got a steal on these. Like I bought this whole lot, uh, and maybe paid like let me see one. I maybe paid $1 per. We'll just say $1 per book because that's what it pretty much boiled down to. But without any further, I'll just show you them. Let me like I'm gonna read them anyway, but let me know if you guys have ever read this. And I'm surprised that I didn't know about this, but it's called Five Ghosts: The Haunting of Fabian Gray, and this is issue 1. And I know there's a few like variant covers as well, but I'm really digging this. And another thing that I love, I don't know who this artist is, but it kind of reminds me of Riley Massimo's work, the guy who did Rasputin. If you guys haven't read Rasputin, that's definitely a series you guys need to read. But here's issue 2, Blood for the Spider God. But just putting in like a topic and just searching a topic can bring up like really cool things, uh, and like well, it led to me uh, finding this really cool series. Like I can only assume it's awesome because it lasted longer than 5 issues. but but I mean, just by looking at the artwork and these covers, I just know it's going to be a good read. But I mean, these things are just fantastic. But yeah, I mean, if you ever kind of get in a rut with collecting, uh, sometimes like you just have to go a little bit beyond, you know, in your searches for like what you're interested in. Because I mean, if you're interested in Spawn and you're like, oh, like maybe just type in like Spawn like characters and or you know if you're collecting Spawn, maybe do like Spawn slash Wolverine or Spawn and other characters and see if like see if there's a collaboration that like they've done together that you just don't know about. Because there's plenty of times of like I found a book, for example, I'm a big fan of Wolverine, but for the longest time I didn't know that he did a few issues with Death Blow, uh, and that was pretty cool, and hell, I mean Vampirella, has teamed up with you know the Archie gang, So I mean, I hope it's helpful. I mean, I'm just kind of spewing stuff out there for you guys, but like sometimes, sometimes you want to find something new, but still right down your alley, and you just kind of get stuck and you don't know what to do. What helps me out is just like getting on Google or whatever kind of search engine, and just typing in like ghost comic covers, and then or like werewolf or whatever you're into. Like I said, like I found a lot of shark comic covers, uh, and there's a lot of them out there. And like the only thing that sucks about about that is like you get a lot of Aquaman, or and ever since Suicide Squad with the Shark King, or like you get like his shit pops up a lot, and I'm like, not that I don't like them, but like I want like shark like covers with sharks. Like I don't want like Shark Man and everything to have Aquaman on it or whatever. But that was my stack. I must have set it over there. But anyways, I know I've been rambling and haven't even said anything about issue numbers, but here is issue number 17, which I think this is the actual full run minus a few variant covers of Five Ghosts. But there was also this special number 1, which is pretty cool. I dig it. So that's a series that I'm excited about reading. But here's some other books I got from eBay. I picked these up because my boy JP showed them, and I've never seen them. But found 2 of those that were on eBay, and they were pretty cheap, so I nabbed them. I was after this book, but this other book I'm going to show you, but I found a package deal where this one came with it, and it was really nice, and I'll grab this. I found a couple of these in a dollar bin, but like this one came with the eBay purchase with this one. This is the Wizard Cliffhanger. but I was after this Victory #1, I think cover A. Some babes with blades. Some blades with blades. Pretty nice cover. And like I said, like searching through stuff, you know, I want to say, anyways, but like using that particular, trying to see if there's the title of a book that made me look for this. But anyways, like, I did purchase another issue of this, but I forgot exactly what I looked up to find this one when I was going through eBay. But I found Star Reach #1. But it was just really, really nice copy. I really dig that artwork. Trying to find a. It's kind of hard not to get a glare. It's almost like a constant struggle. Yep, and this next. Well, I'll say that one for last. But there's one more eBay I'll show at last. But this is some books that I bought from the Sanctum Comics. Mainly had to do it because it's one of my favorite characters. Definitely my favorite Disney character, hands down. But this just came in the mail today, and this is Maleficent #1. This is by Sue Lee, this cover. But I really, really, really love this. I'm probably going to love a lot about it because it's my favorite character, but I think they did a really good job with the background and stuff because it's almost like a cell from the actual movie. And I kind of like the far shot of Maleficent. But then here's the same artist with a different cover of Maleficent. And then I got 2 copies of the J. Scott Campbell. And then one of my favorite artists did a cover to one of my favorite characters. So this is a Jay Lee cover of Maleficent and her, I guess, familiar, whose name is Diablo. And the last book I'll show is gotta give props to Rigor Mortis, Mr. Riggedy Giggity, because he's the one that showed me these books. And I say he showed me personally, but I mean he showed you guys as well. But I already bought a copy of this, but like I love this copy or this cover so much that I had to get another copy before it skyrocketed in price again. But this is Tales from the Crypt #11, and now the cover speaks for itself. I got another nice minty. I just absolutely love this cover. It's very, very, very awesome. I want to say I paid $60 for this, but I mean it's very, very, very hard to find. I mean, it's not really. I don't know those terms. Like I say, it's hard to find because like for when I first looked for it, what's up, Mister Riggedy Giggity? When I first looked for it, when Mr. Rigor Mortis showed it, like the first thing I did was start searching it, and nobody had it, and for a while, because there was that cover and then there was a shark cover I was after, and I know eBay didn't have either one for the longest time, and nobody was selling them on any website that I could find. And then all of a sudden, I found one where they both popped up, and I bought both of them, the shark cover and that one. But within just like the last week, I think is when I ordered that one. I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna grab another copy before, you know, it's like beyond my reach, because I could see that book already. Like, I think some people are already trying to sell it for like $100 or whatever, and books like that, just they just go up, especially when you can't see them. It's like that that Baroness cover that I'm always after. Like, what was it? I don't know I don't even know who the artist is. I just remember looking it up on eBay and was like, yeah, damn! Like, there was only one person that had the listing for this book, but it's when they were doing like uh, it's like the Jimi Hendrix homage, and it had the Baroness on it, and it was like, I knew it was like a limited run, but it was just like one of those things of like, yeah, like I'll buy it later, or like I'll buy it next week or whatnot, because like I had a chance to buy it when it obviously first came out, but I was just one of those guys that was just kind of like, it was just one of those things that was just like, you know what, I'll be able to like purchase it later, and I'll probably be able to purchase it cheaper than what they're asking like for it now. But it just happened to be one of those things that like, that thing is a like true to the word of ghost, and it's so much of a ghost that I don't even know if it's even still on eBay as a listing. But like, there's only one listing of this book, and I remember the person had like a ridiculous amount for this book, and I'm wanting to say they were asking like $3,000 or something for it, and they were like, I'm asking this much because like you can't find this book. And this is, they were like, go ahead, look for it, and sure enough, like you can't find it anywhere. Oh man! But I thought the listing was funny because they were basically bragging like as almost they had the only copy in the entire world or something. Uh, but yeah, those are all the books I have to show. But I did pick up two figures at Walmart because I'm a big Dragon Ball Z fan, and these things are only $10. But they had a Beerus, so I picked up Mr. Beerus, the God of Destruction. And then I picked up, they had my boy Vegeta. So I'm guessing these are like the Dragon Ball Super. Now, what tickled my fancy uh, about this is that, like, because when I first saw these figurines, all I saw was Vegeta and Super Saiyan Son Goku and Beerus. But then I started, looking, moving the figures, and then I was like, oh, they do have a Vegeta. This is my favorite part about this. So you see, you have Beerus, and then, you're like, oh, they have Beerus. And a lot of times, if you collect figurines or whatever, you're like, you'll turn around to see if there's other characters you can collect. So I turned around Beerus, and then there's like, oh, there's Beerus and Son Goku and Vegeta on there. I'm like, oh, that's weird. And I was like, I wonder if they came out in series because, as you notice, Vegeta is not on this one. And then so I picked up, I picked up Vegeta's package. And you want to know who's advertised on the other side? It's almost like everybody knows that Vegeta's the best. I just thought it was funny. He's like, He's so badass that he had to have like his own backing. I almost wondered if this was like a connecting cover or something. But that's all I got. I just thought it was funny. Yeah, he does look like the Donnie Darko. Oh man, he's gonna like we're all gonna like trip out and what is it? Cellar door? Is that the favorite word? Cellar door. The most beautiful word in the entire world was cellular or cellar door. Anyways, that's all I got, guys. So I do have a whole big stack of books that I got at a peddler's mall, but I won't be showing those today. Plus, I should bag and board those bad boys. So until next time, I will see you when I see you. Have fun and take it easy. Bye.